One day, Alexander heard his neighbor screaming, "You killed another one! This is the first time this week. You aren't even trained at all. It was a mistake taking you in." Alexander wanted to know what was going on. He went up to the neighbor's yard, noticing that the old man had a bag and something was moving in it. Alexander wondered what it could be. "Hello, Mr. Anatoly. What are you doing?" asked Alexander. "I'm heading to the river, getting rid of this." "Can I help you with it?" "No thanks, I'm fine," the neighbor grumpily replied. "What's in the bag, Mr. Anatoly?" Alexander kept on asking. "It's a dog. It isn't trained at all. It doesn't obey or listen. I'm seriously getting rid of him. My brother gave me this dog with a promise it was quiet and obedient, but it's driving me insane. It's been killing my hens. I can't hold it myself, so I've been chaining it up, but it keeps escaping. It's not worth keeping around." "No need to get rid of it. I can take it." "What? Why? Are you sure?" "Yes. My son Pavel's actually been asking for a pet quite a while now, and since his birthday is coming up pretty soon, this would be the perfect gift." "Take it then. I hope it won't cause you the pain it caused me. But don't think about giving it back. I ain't taking it." "No worries, Mr. Anatoly. Thank you." Alexander then took the dog back to his house, who was just a 3-month-old puppy. His son Pavel arrived home from school and his dad greeted him. "Hi, son. I have a surprise for you. I know your birthday's the day after tomorrow, but I got you a gift I wanted to give you a bit earlier. Go to your room and take a look." Pavel opened the door and shouted, "Dad, it's a puppy!" "Sure is, son, and he's all yours." "Thanks, Dad. Wow, I love him." The little boy hugged the dog, loving every moment of his gift. Alexander had lost his wife years ago as she passed away giving birth to his son. It was the most terrible and painful loss he'd ever experienced in his life, but he'd also been overcome with joy at his son's birth. He was a single parent, but there wasn't a single thing his son missed out on. Alexander had a lot of opportunities to start new relationships. There were plenty of women interested in him since he was a handsome, hardworking, and gentlemanly man. But he didn't want to be with anyone. He was just waiting on one woman in his life, his son's mother. Seeing his little boy happy was the most rewarding thing he could ask for. Pavel asked, "Does he have a name?" "Not yet, I guess. What do you want to name him?" "Lion. I like that name." Lion quickly got used to his new family. He learned to be a very obedient dog and was extremely affectionate with Alexander, and especially with his son. Lion even slept with Pavel at night, and it wasn't even remotely necessary to chain him up like the neighbor suggested. He was a very docile dog. Though whenever he went outside and saw his former owner, Lion growled at him. He was angry, and by now he was a pretty big dog. One day he ran at Mr. Anatoly and stole his cane. From then on, the old man never came out when he knew Lion was around. When the dog was out, he was respectful. Though it never bit him, that did give him a good scare. One day at the start of summer, Pavel went fishing with his father alongside Lion. They spent a great time together, and while Alexander was lighting a fire to get some fish they caught cooking, Pavel decided to take a swim. He was a very skilled swimmer, so he was confident, so he decided to go out even further. Suddenly, he felt something brush up against his leg though. He realized he'd swum into an old abandoned net. Pavel tried to escape and free his legs, but the wind picked up and he got tangled. He realized he couldn't get out and screamed for help in the hope that his father or someone would hear him. The wind was blowing in the other side though, and no one could hear his screams. His father noticed that Lion suddenly ran to the lakeside in a hurry. Alexander went to follow and see what's up and saw, to his horror, his son struggling in the middle of the lake. Alexander started sprinting towards him, but remembered there was no way to get out there quick enough. He wasn't nearly as good as Pavel at swimming, and he wouldn't be able to drag him back out. Pavel was getting exhausted from trying to keep afloat. He took another big gulp of air and waved his hands. Someone saw the boy and joined the father by the shore, but something was already in motion. Pavel felt something unexpected come near. It was Lion. The boy grabbed onto the heroic dog and tried again to remove the net from his feet, this time with success. The dog helped him back to shore and lay down beside him. Luckily, it seemed like the boy was fine and just had a big fright, as did Alexander. The dog stood on the side and started running in circles around them from happiness. Lion quickly hugged Pavel as soon as he did, and as Pavel realized what he'd done, he was filled with infinite gratitude and overflowed with emotion. Pavel and Lion's friendship became that much stronger that day.